Good afternoon. My name is Ted Thurston. I'm an applications engineer and chemist at Rose Batteries. We're going to continue our discussion of the UN 38.3 testing. In particular, at this time, we're going to discuss the T2 test, which is also known as the thermal test or thermal cycling test. All cells and all batteries will go through this testing after they've completed the T1 test, which was described in a prior clip as the altitude simulation. During this test, each cell or battery will be exposed to 6 hours of 72 degrees plus or minus 2 degrees, followed by an additional 6 hours at minus 40 plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius. Ramp between 72 and minus 40 and then back to 72 will be in half an hour or less. The thermal test is a total of 10 cycles, or approximately 5 days just to go through the 10 thermal cycles. There's an additional 24-hour ambient temperature exposure at 20 plus or minus 5 degrees Celsius that the batteries will be exposed to before the test is completed. The same standards of failure apply to the T2 as to the earlier T1 tests that we discussed. That includes no leakage, no venting, no disassembly, no rupture, and a continuation of at least 90% of the voltage after the test that was found initially. We do not typically see failures at this test. However, what we have seen is that this test will typically have the largest weight loss of any of the tests, and those weight losses typically have to be 0.1% or less. So although we do not experience failures at this test, there is risk of failure, and therefore design of materials, materials must be used in your lithium-ion batteries or lithium metal batteries. Weight loss is attributed to either electrolyte leakage, which can come through weld issues or venting issues, or some of the materials that will make up the battery, such as wires and PVC shrink, which all have plasticizers in them. And during the high temperature of 72 degrees Celsius, some of these plasticizers can evaporate. Thank you for taking the time to listen to these various videos that we have prepared. This may lead to additional questions, which we will be happy to field. Please reach out to us at engineering@rosebatteries.com.